So hi, I am here in the backstage area in the beautiful teepee with the wonderful Rhoda Dakar. She popped a lovely fancy hat on there. And she just come off the Hobo Stage. Was lovely. And there was a few... Perfect. A few little issues down there with having the right equipment. But what actually happened then is she was playing one song, having a chat in between, and telling us a story about the song and what she thought of it. And it was really, really special. It really was.
There and this was a massive, that was a massive tune. So now I want to play you a tune that was there right at the beginning of my interest in reggae. Hang on. And wish me luck every time, because there's no telling whether I can find it or not.
I'm back with the Shakira soul, booze, moose, turning, storming, sound of soul. I am WOOO, and I'm still here again.
You weren't sure, but I'll pass you that.
Well, I mean, it's not a question of whether I'm not sure. It was all I could do. It's all there was. I was just playing one tune, talking about it,
great,
and playing the next tune. It's like the olden days.
Yeah, well, I mean,
it's like playing records in your front room, to be honest.
But you know,
if your front room was outdoors.
What records do you play in your front room?
I don't play records in my front room because my speakers aren't attached to my deck. So I don't play records in my front room. I play records off my telly.
Right.
I play tunes off my telly, which is, I mean, a bizarre way. It's just, everything plays music now. I mean, it's easier. Yeah. And when I moved last time or the time before that, I lost all my 12-inch vinyl, so I've hardly got any anyway. I've got my 7s, but I haven't got my 12s. I don't know where they are. I don't know if they're anywhere.
Just got lost.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know where they are. I don't know. I think they were in a lockup and they never got brought to my house. And I think somebody raided the lockup anyway. It is what it is. It is what it is. I mean, what's more important is that I've got all my 7s and I didn't lose my children in that exchange. So
Yeah, that
the important bits. All right.
So if we can start at the beginning very quickly.
Start at the beginning?
Start at the beginning, shall we?
Let's start from the very beginning.
I've got here, your third gig, you played the Tidies High, Debbie Harry.
Yeah.
Your third gig was for Debbie Harry's birthday party. I've got here. Well, yes.
No, I believe you. It's quite likely.
And then, within that year, you were on tour with the Go-Go's, the Specials, and I mean, was it a whirlwind, or did it all happen slowly up until that big moment?
No, because at our second gig, Pauline Black, Jerry Dammers, and Juliet Wills, who's now Billy Bragg's wife, all turned up and asked us to come on tour. Selector asked us to come on tour and they wanted us to sign to Two Tone and whatever. And that was our second gig. So it was a complete whirlwind. Yeah, it
sounds like it, but I wondered, it wasn't slow that, the story beyond that, it just happened.
Oh, no. I think, when did we get together? So we maybe got together in September and rehearsed for a couple of months and then did our first gig in November. And that was that. And then we were off. And suddenly we had to get to know how to do this thing, which is called the pop music industry. I mean, I'd observed it before because I had mates in bands, but, I'd never been in a band.
Right. So it wasn't a goal or...
Well, it's not that. It was just I wanted to be an actress, but I realised I worked in a theatre after I left school and was offered a job in a theatre wardrobe department straight away. So I went and worked in theatre wardrobe. And... I was at that theatre for about a year, and I think in that time there was only one actor of colour who appeared in anything, and he was literally only brought in for one show and then straight out again. So
different times, very different times.
Well, I don't know. Are they that different? I don't know. Better than they are. It's better now, but I don't know how much better it is.
Yeah. Well, we're not at equality, and we've got many issues, but
well, it's better than it was. I mean, because the thing is, back then, the only jobs I would have got would have been to play nurses or prostitutes. And I had been in the Old Vic Youth Theatre and I'd done Shakespeare on the Old Vic Stage. And it was quite clear I would never get that opportunity as an actress, as a working actress. So I just thought I'd go to my second love, which was music. Well, no, it wasn't my second love. I loved music and I've been going to gigs since I was 13. So I was a massive music fan, but I just never thought I was going to be a musician. I never thought that's what I was going to do.
Go on, sorry.
No, I just thought I was a much better actress than I was singer, but, hey, got away with it.
I was going to say, what was that first gig? What was your first gig? Do you remember?
The first gig?
That you went to, the first gig that you went to when you were 13?
Right, it was the Suite at the Rainbow in Finsbury Park.
Right, okay.
1973 it was.
Oh.
Yeah. And in that year, I also saw David Bowie on the Aladdin Sane tour, and the New York Dolls at Bieber in Kensington. So it was like all the same year. And there was a gig at Finsbury Park, at the Rainbow in Finsbury Park. It was the Roxy Music were playing, and we couldn't get tickets. So we thought, let's go up there, see if we can sneak in, bunk in, as we used to call it, see if we can bunk in. And there was a whole load of us outside, all trying to bunk in. And I met people there that I'm actually still mates with. So that was in November 1973, and I'm still friends with those people.
That experience of bunking in was...
Well, we didn't bunk in, we just stood outside and chatted. But I think another of my mates actually went to that gig, which was Hugo Burnham, who's in Gang of Four. I think him and his mate Dick went to that gig. And Cookie and Jonesy from the Pistols actually did manage to bunk in. So they actually got in. So it's like loads of people. It was like one of those moments where loads of people I know were all there.
When you talked
we were all there. But they bunked it, but they used to be able to get in anywhere. So they were like much better than us.
Oh,
they were older than us. What can I say?
Oh,
we were just all 14 and 15 at that age.
Oh, all those things you're saying, I wish that I was born in 1952.
Why?
I just feel like that'd be a great age, that you'd be a teenager in the 60s and then you've got the 70s to go out and go to all the places and the bands and the music. I love the 70s.
Yeah, but you wouldn't have, if you were born in 1952, you wouldn't have been able to get a bank account until you were 24.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah, because you're a woman. You wouldn't have been able to get...
No way!
You wouldn't have been able to get served at a bar legally. I mean, they could refuse service to you till you were 30. So 1982 is when women first got...
Why don't I know this? I'm pretty good with culture and history, but I don't know those.
No, but it's because people idolise the past and they forget that the past was another country.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't want to be born any earlier. It wasn't good. It wasn't good. There's horrible racism, horrible sexism,
Yes,
horrible
yes.
homophobia.
I guess.
Why would you want to grow up in that society? We had to fight all those battles, and so you didn't have to.
Yeah, and thank you. I think absolutely. I think what I mean is for the music.
Yeah, but the music. Yeah, but see, that's all very well. But I think I never look back with music. I mean, I love music from the past, but actually, there's going to be much better music coming along just around the corner. There's new stuff happening all the time, and actually looking forward is much more positive than just saying, oh, I mean, the number of people I hear say, oh, there's no good music anymore, there's no good bands, and I just feel like going, shut up and go away.
Do you know what? Can I just say, in this very tent last year, I spoke to Chandra Sonic, Steve from Asian Dub Foundation.
Yeah.
And he said literally the same thing as that. It's and no, I absolutely
It's
agree
tiresome. And the thing is, because my dad was a muso, obviously I heard people, he would say, and also because my dad used to wind me up, what sort of music do you prefer, Dad? Well, jazz, obviously. Jazz naturally, actually, is what he used to say. He would have no truck with anything else. Jazz and I think what he used to call Negro spirituals. And I can't remember what they're called now, but I mean, obviously they're not called that.
Yeah.
But like that was what he liked, and everything else was just nonsense as far as he was concerned.
So what are you listening to now? What anything new that
What have I listened to lately? I'm trying to think.
anyone?
Well, because I'm going to go to their gig tomorrow, I was listening to the Everly Pregnant Brothers, which just cracks me up. Because they do like parody versions of pop tunes.
Oh, that sounds fun.
It's hilarious.
Where are they playing?
They're playing at the 100 Club in London tomorrow. But I mean, they're so funny. But they're from Sheffield, so they do Sheffield versions. If that was from Sheffield, how would they sing this? Is kind of the idea.
Oh, amazing! I will look them up.
Yeah, look them up. So I was laughing. And I watch it. And I'm laughing, don't thou want me, baby? Don't thou want me? Oh, I mean, it's brilliant.
Oh, exclusive there of that version from you.
Yeah.
I mean, but okay, so let's go talk about your music. So, Version Girl is a wonderful covers album, and you've scarred them.
I've Jamaicaned them. I think it's more like.
And it's absolutely lovely. And I just wondered, really, how did you choose all those tracks? Are they just, really, favourite tunes of yours? Do they have any meaning, or they just worked really well to Jamaica them up? Bit of all.
Jamaican them.
No,
I mean, I think initially it was just like, during COVID, you couldn't rehearse, but...
So it was a COVID project?
Yeah, it was a COVID project. And then there came a time where you could go in a recording studio. You couldn't rehearse, but you could go in a recording studio. So what I did was, let's do a cover, because we can't rehearse it, and we'll do it in the studio.
Right.
So we recorded Every Day Is Like Sunday and another tune, and we were going to put them out, one on one side, like happy, sad sort of thing.
Yeah.
And but then I got offered a single deal by Sunday Best. I said, they said, have you got anything? I said, well, what about this? I've got Every Day Is Like Sunday, have a listen. And I'd been listening to, because during COVID, I'd been listening to a lot of Pretenders. And to be fair, it was... So it was their version that I was listening to.
Right.
But I just thought this, because COVID, it seems so long ago now.
It does.
It's like behind us. But I can remember, honestly, every day feeling like Sunday, because you didn't know what day it was, because you didn't go out more than an hour a day.
Absolutely. I had two small kids at home.
Yeah. Oh, my Lord.
I had a 5-year-old at reception and, 2-year-old. So I had one at school and one not. And God, my voice is going. So school didn't really give us much work.
No.
So I was creating timetables. I did a big timetable, and I just I lost all my clients, so freelance, because they didn't know what was going on. So they were pausing and like, yeah, we don't need you to do anything now. So I just became teacher while my then husband worked in a other room on the phone most of the time, telling me to be quiet and keep it down as best I could. So it was, it feels long ago, but also you
Present.
can feel it. Yeah, you
Present.
can still feel
Well,
it.
the thing is, because my kids were grown up, it was a bit different. Your children actually missed out on socialisation, which must have been very difficult.
There's still definitely a school catch-up of that.
Definitely.
Yeah.
But my kids were grown, and oddly enough, although we were kind of stuck together in a small flat, all three of us, we only had one argument. So I thought, oh, okay, well, this is pretty good. We can really, we managed to get on and give each other space. I think that was the most important thing. We gave each other enough space so that we only had one argument and basically just got on. So.
But and then, sorry, going back to the back to the album.
Oh right,
and
the album.
Sorry,
Damn.
that was me.
Yeah, COVID.
That was me, probably.
A COVID. No, I think I started it. No, genuinely, it's my fault. No, honestly.
How did you choose then the rest of them? Then you were saying, you had that single, and then
one single, and then they said,
could you do more?
They said, can you do another one? And I forget what we did next. Did we do Man Who Sold the World? I think we did Man Who Sold the World.
That's great as well.
And
it was lovely.
And it was like, okay, well, we can do a Bowie, but like, let's do something that would actually work as a reggae tune, because it had been done before as a reggae tune, but it wasn't very good, I don't think. So I thought, let's do the best version. Let's do the best version of it. So we did that next. So we did that single, and then they said, well, why don't you do an album? So it's like, oh, right, okay. So now we've got to think of what we can do. What should we do next? Okay. And, it was like, well, and they didn't give money to record. So it was like, I got a grant from Help Musicians to be able to afford the studio time. It was all, it's quite hard when you, like, indie labels don't have the money to give you. So you've got to pay for your own recording. Anyway, so we did, that. We managed to get it all done and dusted, and there were things that we started and realised weren't working, and we had to find the right studio. We went in one studio and like bits of it were falling apart, and it was like, oh no, now we can't record vocals here because things aren't working. And then we tried another studio, and then he wouldn't answer my call. We went there once and he wouldn't answer my calls after that. So then we had to find a third studio, which was, what was it? What did he call it? I'm trying to remember. But it was Pat who used to be bass player in the Vibrators. So it's an old punk band that I used to go and see at the Roxy when I was a teenager. And he was, I think he'd always been a sound engineer since early on.
Yeah.
But he went and opened his own studio. So that's where we did most of the album.
Right.
And we literally did one tune. We recorded a single there, and we were going to do the vocals on the Wednesday. And he said, "Oh no, I can't. I've got to cancel because I've got a hospital appointment." We go, all right, okay, well, let us know when we can come back in. And we never saw him again. He died. He died quite soon afterwards. So it was literally, we saw him on the Monday, and we never saw him again. I can't remember how long afterwards, but it was like really, really soon. It was quite traumatic, yeah. Well, traumatic, come on. He's not my family. So, the thing is, I really like Pat, because I'd been a fan of the band. Since the 70s, so amazing. But anyway, so that's what we did. We recorded there and then finished things off. My mate has a studio in his garden now, so we did vocals at his studio in his garden. Yeah, so it was great. I mean, we did. I thought it was okay. I thought it was okay. It was all right. It was all right. It's not a bad album.
It's really good. It's really good. I've got a feeling my mic battery might have gone. I'm gonna look. Oh no, it's still
No,
going.
it's still green.
Still going. There must have been more noise and
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of noise.
yeah.
It's very noisy.
Yeah, no, there's lots of people about in here milling
Yeah.
around. And then more recently, last year, you released the dub version.
Yeah.
And then, so why did you want to do that?
Well, because we released all the singles.
Because that's great too.
Thank you. Well, we released dub versions as B-sides of the singles off the album, and it was like, well, we need to. So people who'd only bought the album if they didn't have the singles, and some of them sold out, so they couldn't get hold of them. So if they didn't have the singles, they couldn't hear the dubs. So we did.
Sense.
Yeah, I mean Lenny, the Jooks did the dubs, and some of them worked really, really well, I think.
Yeah, it's really good. But really chilled. I think I was washing up and making dinner and just kind of like vibing away.
Yeah, the thing is, I love dubs, so it was, I really, really liked it. And then some of those dub versions, it's like the dub version is better than the vocal version for me. Some of them, so that's, I suppose, it's just my feeling of some of them. But yeah, like dubbing round is better than hanging round, I think. But but anyway. Lou Reed isn't around to complain, so hopefully, because obviously I was a Lou Reed fan back in the day. I used to go and see him. Well, I used to go and see him. I went to go and see him because you just think, I don't know if he's going to last. Him, no, but you did. You go and see.
I know.
You go and see people you go and see Lou Reed because he looked not long for this world, and. Go and see Iggy Pop because he's not long for this world. And Iggy Pop's going to be there with
He's on the radio every week.
Well, Iggy Pop's going to be there with the cockroaches, isn't he? He's going to survive with the cockroaches. Unbelievable.
Oh, excuse me.
But yeah, he's there. And so, I just did tunes that I loved from, so for me, Hanging Round was a song that me and my mates used to sing to each other. We used to shout, you keep hang around, you know what I mean? Just like shouting at each other in the street.
You remember it as part of your
it was fun
history.
Yeah, it was fun.
Oh, amazing.
So that was the thing. And weirdly, Every Day is Like Sunday, Morrissey actually featured it on his own website. He put it on his own website, yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
I know, I was completely, I was shocked, obviously completely grateful, but very surprised, but he liked it enough to feature it on his website. So, say no more.
That's all you need, right?
Yeah, exactly. No, that was but the thing is, what's odd about that as well is the guy who wrote the music to that tune, Every Day is Like Sunday, used to be in a band called BIM, which was fronted by Cameron McVeigh, and they supported the Bodysnatchers on tour.
Right.
So I knew that guy from 1980.
Lots of
I still see him around now. I know. That's the thing. It's like, you think you're going way outside your comfort zone, and actually it's somebody from just round the way.
Yeah. So, gosh, I wanted to ask you probably loads of things, but
go on. I talk a lot, so I apologise.
No, please don't. I love these long conversations.
Go on then.
I'm more worried about my battery maybe, but
okay.
I will be all right. The PRS.
Okay.
I think it's important and to know that people should put their playlists and their music forward.
Yeah.
So maybe people watching this might not know it.
If you're a member of PRS, if you're not a member, it doesn't make any difference.
Yeah.
But if you're a member of PRS, then you should always submit set lists, and that's whether you're a DJ or whether you're a live artist, as it were. You should always submit set lists from your gigs, because otherwise the money gets collected. Like there will be a PRS license for this festival,
Yeah.
and the money will be collected, but if nobody actually tells them where it's supposed to go, it just sits in like this dead
You've got to
account.
submit your request.
Well, it sits in this account, and eventually they just pay it out. After 6 years or something like that,
Right.
They pay it out, and they pay it out according to who's made the most money. So essentially,
Wow.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, SACEM in France, the French version, that goes back into the kind of grassroots coffers.
Into venues, yeah, that makes sense.
and the one in Spain does as well. But in the UK, PRS actually they share it out, which is great. But they share it out. Some people are more equal than others, so
Yeah, it
they
might
don't
not be the
need any
fairest.
more money. Well, I mean,
If it's the one that you're making the most money, that's
they get more money.
yeah.
They don't need
doesn't
any
make
more.
sense.
So anyway, obviously I've raised this with them.
Yes.
I said what I thought, and
Were you asked? Did I see that you wrote that you were asked to discuss it outside the forum?
and
We'll
I
talk
said
to you
no.
privately.
Yeah, and I said no. I want to say it here where people can hear me.
Yeah, it's important.
Well, I thought so. Partly because if I refuse to be silenced, then other people will actually maybe get the courage to speak up.
Yeah.
I think it's important.
Yeah.
And also, I just think these are items that need to be aired in public and not in private. But, that's me. Go on.
And censorship. I mean, all round. There's lots of things that we could say, but that's part of an issue.
Well, yeah, I'm not. It's kind of a.
It's
Yeah,
pushing
but-
it under the carpet, dealing with it in a quiet way. But
No, it's not dealing with it.
It-
Anything you brush under the carpet sits
Yeah.
under the carpet. It doesn't. Nobody looks under the carpet
Yeah.
for issues to resolve. Nobody does that. I mean, I had my first brush with censorship in 1982 when I released The Boiler. So,
Yeah.
which was a song about date rape, and that got censored.
When did that become uncensored, or is it still to this day?
I doubt whether BBC will play the A side.
Yeah.
I mean, the problem was somebody on Capital Radio played it on a Saturday afternoon, and really, it's not Saturday afternoon.
No,
It's
that
not
makes
Saturday afternoon
sense.
tune. So consequently, all hell broke loose, and it was taken out of shops, and it was banned and whatever. It's mad, but it was. But it's just a song about date rape, which is something that happens all the time to
It's
this
very,
day.
very, very powerful song. If you don't know it, please go and look that up.
Yeah, I think you can. I think it's even on Spotify.
I think it is.
And
Yeah.
I'm sure Daniel Ick will probably not even realise, because why would you? It just sits at home, counts his money.
And
Anyway.
actually, one of your tunes, I saw that you were dedicating to all the women out there who walk home at night and don't come home.
Well, it was it was to all the women who were only walking home. Yeah, it was. Yeah, because as I said, it was during COVID. So walking after midnight was dedicated to, and because the streets that woman walked down were the streets I've walked down myself many occasions. When I go and do a pub quiz in Clapham on a Monday night, I walk down those very streets.
Yeah.
And some of my friends, there was a demo on Clapham Common, and like the police arrested women because we weren't supposed to be out. My kids had forbidden me from going to demos. They hadn't forbidden me, but they said, please don't go out, Mum, and put yourself in danger. We'll go to demos for you.
Right.
So for Black Lives Matter and things like that, which was also a COVID thing, wasn't it? So they said, no, you don't have to go, we're going. So they went in my stead.
Right, that's lovely.
Yeah, so I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, we'll go to the demos. You stay home and keep yourself safe. We're much less at risk than you are. And I'm like, okay. So, but my friend, our kids all went to school together. My friend, she went to it, and because she lived just off Clapham Common, and her mum, because her mum was like a proper dyed in the wool from Sheffield socialist, and as well as being the wife of a vicar. Because, honestly, I mean, I went to religious schools and I'm not religious, but Jesus definitely made me a socialist. And I don't know what Bible those people were reading. It's not the one I remember. I don't know where they get their ideas from, but it's not from the Bible, that is for certain. It's not from Jesus' teachings. They just make it up.
Yeah.
And make it up. As pick and choose, you know. But yeah, for me, there are two phrases that are really, really important in life. One is, I don't walk by on the other side. I don't pass by anybody who's in trouble ever. And the second is, service to others is the rent we pay for our room here on earth, which is Muhammad Ali.
That's beautiful.
So, you know, that's me. That's me. You have to do your bit.
Yeah.
And that was something I got from having religion at me, sort of spoken to me every day, but also from my parents' behaviour. So, you know, I got that from them. They made the effort to do this and that, and, you know, so.
Yeah, I mean, thank you. You are an advocate of so many things, and standing up for what's right, whether it's, you know, you're passionate about youth music and grassroots and small venues to, you know, the bigger things, whether it's racism or you know,
sexism.
I mean,
war crimes.
All the isms. Yes.
Yeah. There's like wars going on that don't get on the telly, like in Sudan.
Yeah.
You know.
Again, back to censorship, there's been a big thing about what's being reported.
Well, but let's not have a big
discussion
discussion about it.
It might be for me and you.
Yeah, I think it's for Semitic people to speak on their own behalf, and that is obviously Jews, Palestinians, and Ethiopians are all Semitic people. Having said that, I also want to say that, you know, the kind of modern pop industry that we have comes from outsider art, and that is basically black people and the Jews who worked in the music business. So those two groups of people, basically, you know, so you can't include people out. It's like
no.
Those our modern music industry was built by those two sets of people, and everyone else kind of piled in. But you know, so full marks. You can't talk about pop music without talking about people who were basically outsiders.
Yeah, and the genealogy, the tree of life and genres, and how that's come in the past 150 years. The same.
Well, I mean, that's a whole other thing, which is now you're talking epigenetics. So I can bore on the subject of epigenetics.
Well, I feel like you might want a cup of tea or something now, would you?
I did a dissertation about it, so, you know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, it literally is. I wrote my dissertation, my MA dissertation on epigenetics.
I mean,
no, people should just look it up. There's a thing called epigenetic transgeneration inheritance, and it's why when we listen to soul music, we listen to, you know, music from the African diaspora, we listen to Jewish music, we listen to music from Roma people. So, you know, we listen to all that music and we can feel the pain. We don't know why we can feel the pain, but we feel the pain because it's trauma that has been passed down the generations. So, I mean, that's my theory as to why Tamla Motown and reggae was taken up by white working class kids in the UK, was because the white working classes had basically, in this country, the UK, had basically been treated like as slaves. The struggle, feels that pain, like you said. Yeah. So they basically had an experience which is not the same but similar.
Yeah, and they recognised it and took the mantle.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And Celtic music as well. So, you know. But like all those songs that you listen to and make you cry, it's like it's because it's a pain that has been transported down generations, and it's actually, you know, it's a scientific fact. It's not
Yeah.
It's not jeans, it's actually switches on jeans. But anyway, you don't need to hear all of that. You can read it.
You should
You
publish
can look it up yourself.
Is your dissertation published?
It isn't. No, I must do that.
What was that for? PhD or undergrad?
No, it's for an MA. No, it wasn't for PhD because I can't get a grant to do a PhD because I'm too old. I'm too old. No, I'm too old. But I mean, even then, it's like 6 years work or something. And I just thought I could just write a book. I could just write the book, couldn't I?
Yeah.
That'd be easier. Write the book.
Get paid for it.
Yeah, exactly. Rather than do a PhD and call myself doctor, I can call myself doctor anything. Dr. John called himself doctor. He wasn't a real doctor anyway.
That's it.
Anyway, somebody give me a, somebody could bestow an honorary PhD on me.
That's it.
Honorary doctorate. Come on,
please, all the universities.
Yeah, save me. And anyway, this is my hat that I got at the first match of the Rugby Women's World Cup in Newcastle last year. I went with my daughter because her mate, she had one mate playing for one side and one mate playing for another mate playing for the other side. So Sadia Cabeza, go Sard, who is a brilliant young female rugby player, and her other mate, Hallie, who's American, who was playing for the USA same day.
Right.
She now plays in France. So yeah. But anyway, that's I won't bore on.
No, I'll bore you with it. I went to Twickenham to watch the ladies rugby final.
Women's. We don't say ladies, we say women's. The Women's World Cup final.
Because I called my friend and was like, hello, lady.
Yeah.
The final. And
last year?
Yes.
I couldn't go because I had a gig. I was in Portugal.
One of my clients invited me because they have a box.
Yeah.
I know, and there was like delicious food and all the cocktails and loads of Guinness. And I watched the first half intently, and then by the second half, I was like really drunk, and we were just inside drinking more, and we had to get kicked out. You know, they were like, "You're pretty much the last. You need to leave now."
Yeah.
But it was so much fun.
No, I was gutted because I was in Portugal. I mean, I wasn't gutted to be in Portugal.
You were doing a good critic in Portugal.
Yeah, I wasn't gutted to be in Portugal because interestingly, I started to learn a bit of Portuguese to go to Portugal, and I now do. I do it every day now. Learn a bit of Portuguese every day. Well, just because because I'm getting on. I'm getting on. You got to do something.
She doesn't look like she's getting on though.
Yes, but I am. Getting old is a privilege. Not all my mates got to do it. No. So you need to like look after yourself in older age and just keep your mind active. So now I learn Portuguese. Falo Portuguese.
Nice.
But with a Brazilian accent because you can't learn Portuguese online. You can only learn Brazilian Portuguese.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because there's more Brazilians than there are Portuguese people.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Yeah, there's loads of Brazilians. So Brazil, come and invite me.
It's been such a good chat.
Yeah, thank you very much.
No, you've given up so much time. Thank you so much.
Well, as you know, I could probably talk for another 2 hours, but it'd be best if I didn't.
I know, I was going to ask you about the Music is Black exhibition as well.
Oh, Music is Black! It's brilliant!
Looks amazing.
It's brilliant!
I'm going to go. It's there till the next year even, right?
To January next year, yeah.
I'm definitely going to go.
And me and my dad didn't donate it because he's dead, but my dad's couple of items of my dad's clothes, and I donated my outfit I wore on Top of the Pops.
Your dress?
First time, yeah, because it's just going to fall apart if I keep it. They know how to preserve things.
Do you keep a lot of stuff? Have you got a lot? Are you a hoarder?
I have a pair of shoes I bought at Bieber when I was 15.
Oh, I love Bieber,
and they still fit me. But I've worn them, but I can only wear them if I'm going to walk a few steps and then sit down because I can't walk in them. I used to be able to run down the street in them. Now I can barely walk in them.
Oh, I had a Bieber skirt. I remember saving up when I was a teenager and I bought a Bieber skirt and I have no idea what happened to it.
No, well, I've got my shoes. All the clothes have long since disappeared, but I've got the shoes, which I bought when I was 15 from the Bieber in Kensington High Street, where I saw the New York Dolls play when I was 14. So yeah,
Amazing.
it was lovely. Right,
Well,
thank you very much.
Go see that exhibition as well. Go see that dress.
Yeah, fantastic.
Thank
V&A
you.
East.
Yes, and just what are your socials, website? Do you want to say where can people find buy your albums?
Yeah, you can buy my albums if you go to Bandcamp. You can. I'm on Facebook. I'm on
Instagram. That's how I
Instagram,
messaged you.
and I am on TikTok, but only just
Right.
because that's a bit.
The new world.
Well, that's a bit complicated. Well, no, because you've got to do videos, and I can't always be bothered.
Yeah.
No, not being funny, but I don't have time.
This is going to go on our YouTube, and then we'll do some little clips as well of the reels. So we'll collab you and all that, you know.
Well, this is me without the time to put makeup on before I played, and with my Rugby World Cup hat on, and you know.
But with a marvellous dress, and you were dancing and singing away on stage.
Yeah, I did my best. You know what I mean?
It was lovely.
All right.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Okay, then.
Cheers, my dear.
Bye.
Bye.